Jesse, can you talk about the formation switch in the second half, pulling off Fred? Was he dealing with any sort of an injury, or was that just his...
No, we changed the formation a little bit to try and see if we could press and occupy their defenders a little bit more, to be more defenders than just think about how they could space the field. In some ways I thought it was good, but in other ways it exposed us through the midfield and we weren't quite able to cover the gaps, and I was worried about Felipe's ability to be able to cover that whole space in front of the back four. So we made the switch purely tactical. Wasn't easy to take Frederick off because I actually thought he was playing well. But felt it was important, and I thought Sean Davis came on and had a really good performance and helped the game. Thought, the beginning of the second half, the game's in the balance a little bit, going back and forth. And then we give up a set-piece goal, and then obviously some crazy stuff at the end. But overall, I felt really positive about the performance. A lot of guys, I thought, laid it all out there. We still need to get a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner in some of our ability to take advantage of attacking moments. But for me, I think that was obviously a big step coming out of the LA game, but even a big step in our season for us to now, against a good opponent in an important game, come out and play that way, and then survive certain moments and get a point.
You said it was a tactical switch. Is something that we might see more in the future, or
well,
are you going to be able to just hold that call?
Some of this is trying to find ways to spark our team. I think we're all honest with ourselves to say that we haven't been our best at the beginning stages of this season. Now that's okay, and we're going through certain moments, but I'm trying to find a way to get the combination of players, to get the mentality right, to get, to find a way to spark this group a little bit. So, but I'll say I was really happy with the how everybody just poured their hearts into it. So I think that can be something we can hang our hats on, which I talked about after the game. And now, we've got another big game coming up against New England, so we'll make sure we're ready for that.
Did you see them come back today with the way you want them to treat this week in New England as a big game?
So I feel like there's now confidence and belief in the group after a game like that. We had tournament day today, which was exactly what I felt we needed. I actually said, let's make Toronto our tournament day. So it's a day where guys just compete and give everything they have, and there's a lot of emotion on the field, and that's what I would like training to look like every day. But certainly on a day like today, you get it at its highest level. So I thought that was what was needed for the day, and now we'll use it to continue to push forward here.
Can you talk a little bit about Tyler Adams' play with the U20 team? Yeah,
I got up early this morning and watched Ty. Thought he played really well. Covered a lot of ground, helped slow the game down for them with the ball, helped set up the second goal, won a lot of his duels. Against a very athletic Ecuador team, his athleticism held up in a big way, and his football, and so it was really exciting to watch. I thought, obviously Sargent gets 2 goals, but I thought between Tyler, Brooks Lennon, and De La Torre, that those 3 were able to really push the game in a good way. And one of the things that as an American, that you're always proud of is when you see your team play with so much spirit and the never say die attitude. That's who we are. We can talk about how we want to be a good footballing nation, but we can never get away from that identity, and that always makes us proud. So well done to Tab Ramos and that group, and we'll be excited to continue to watch them.
You talked about, obviously trying to spark the team. Are you hopeful now that you get more consistent performance now that you've got that big?
That's a key, but listen, in some ways we've talked about the fact that being a little bit younger team and having a few injuries here and there, that we're going to have to grind things out. It's not the established group that necessarily we've had from the past, and that's okay. That's when we made certain decisions in the offseason, it was about now finding a way to create a little bit more of an edge within the group and a little bit more, I think, youthful recklessness and competitiveness and belief. And so that means that you'll go through some bumps in the road. But what's going to be key is that we learn from them and grow and commit to now tough moments and come out of them the right way, so that come playoffs, that we can emerge in a way that makes us more ready than ever. So this is where we're at. Hasn't been an easy year, but that's okay. We've just got to grow into it and make sure that by the time we get into the later stages of the season that we're solid, that we're strong.
Any thoughts when we spoke with you late last week about the Open Cup draw, about where that venue might be held? I mean, it might be an advantage to have some of the older players for City FC playing on the turf, but then Red Bull Arena might be a good place. Have you given any thoughts to that, or?
I don't know. I guess I can't speak. My assumption is that it's at RBA, but I don't know. I haven't heard any different. I know that I'd heard a little bit about Montclair State, but I don't think it's available or that it can work. So for me, I want to play at RBA. I mean, we always love playing there. So yeah, and we're excited to play there and play a big game like that against our big rivals. So that'll be awesome.
Two guys who are very often into 18, Nadam and Derek Etienne, didn't play for the USL team on Saturday. Was that just to kind of keep them or rest them after training?
Yeah, I was just kind of monitoring their minutes and making sure, and then giving some other guys an opportunity. So yeah, that was that.